Welcome to my channel. I'm Gary Wiriawan and today I'm doing another everyday photography challenge. I'm eating lunch here with my wife and my family and I thought I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of photography time as usual. This is quite a nice place. It's kind of a restaurant, but it's very nearby to paddy fields and it's in the countryside. As usual, you will see paddy field like every other vlogs that I'm doing, but today I just want to keep it very simple. Just want to squeeze a little bit of time, make some time for photography and try to find some interesting pictures. And yeah, if you want to participate in the everyday photography challenge, you can also do that. You can submit your picture. I will put the link up here so that you can also share your picture to us. There's no really official rule, just keep it PG-13 and just post whatever you find interesting. You don't have to do it every day and I will try to feature your pictures on my next videos. In terms of camera gear, I'm keeping it very simple. I'm just using, as usual, the Panasonic GX85 with just one lens. That is the Panasonic 12-32mm f3.5 to f5.6 kit lens. Just one lens, but it's quite a flexible lens to try to capture different kind of things on this location, which I think is really quite nice. Anyway, let's continue with today's vlog. Alright, so I think I found an interesting composition here involving this plant as sort of a foreground of interest with a little bit of the leaves from the tree to add a little bit of a framing for the image. And I think I want to photograph this paddy field with these elements to make it look interesting. We don't really have any object of interest in the middle of the paddy field, but I think it's okay. We're just trying to get something interesting. Again, this is everyday photography, not really a very technical serious perfection photography whatsoever. I'm just using the Panasonic GX85 as usual with the 12-32mm lens, and I'm currently at aperture parity. I'm going to set the ISO to auto f5.6 and I got about 300 to 400 shutter speed, which is good enough. Vertical composition, my favorite as usual. And yeah, I think this is really a nice frame. I'm at 12mm to get it as wide as I can. I'm going to just go a little bit lower because as you can see right there, there's that palm tree that I want to try to include and not get cropped. So something like this should work. I think this looks nice. Yep, really simple one. Alright, so I'm moving slightly to the left from the previous shooting session and I'm kind of intrigued by the palm tree over there and I want to capture it as sort of the object of interest for my image, and I want to try to frame it using different elements from whatever I can find. For example, these plants in the foreground right here, or maybe using the leaves of the trees, or maybe I'm trying to frame it using these branches of the tree and get some sort of interesting framing. Let's try with the branch of tree first. Still with the 12-32mm. This is such a flexible, versatile lens for this sort of unexpected object that you find, and you can just kind of zoom in and zoom out as needed. So again, with vertical composition, I'm fully zoomed in at 32mm, aperture priority f5.6, and let's see what we can find. Yeah, it kind of looks nice with this framing using the tree. I kind of like it, so let's try to capture it. I also like to add a little bit of the leaves from the top and just to add a little bit more of the paddy field, and something like this I think looks really nice. I hope you can see it on the camera. Something like this. Yep, it's not really that complicated. It's just the palm tree on the middle. I'm trying to balance the foreground, the midground, and the sky, and also the leaves to feel sort of balance. This is very subjective. What someone thinks balance for one person might be a different idea for someone else. So yeah, I'm going to move a little bit to the left and try to use these plants on the foreground and the leaves from the tree on the top as sort of the framing element for the palm tree. Again, I don't know if it's better or worse, but I'm just trying to find a little bit of a better spot. Oh, I can also add a little bit of the leaves from the left, and I think this is really nice, so let's try to do that. I'm going to go a little bit lower just to make sure that if everything, this is all in f5.6 because I think that's where the 12 to 32 is the sharpest. I'm just gonna use the plants on the foreground without the leaves and see if it's any better. Something like this maybe. Yep, I can kind of crop later on if I want to get a tighter composition. 16 megapixel is a little bit low, but I don't really care. I'm more interested with the overall image. I don't really care about the resolution. Maybe we'll try to use this tree instead to frame that palm tree. Let's see if it's any better. Okay, something like this. There's no actual concrete foreground in the front at the bottom part of the image when we're doing this kind of composition, so maybe the paddy field needs to be a little bit more intricate, but I think this will do. I sort of love the framing from the branch of the tree as well as the leaves from the tree. I think it looks kind of nice. Maybe we're going to add this sort of trees, right, these leaves right here to become the top part of the image. Something like this maybe. We'll try. Yep. That's going to add some elements because the sky is quite dull right now. And yeah, let's try one more time just to make sure it looks nice. All right. And that wraps up today's video. So that is all for today's video. I hope that you find this video to be interesting. Please comment down below what do you think of today's picture. Also, if you want to watch other everyday photography vlogs that I did, you can check out the link above right here, and you can watch my other videos as well. And don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video, and subscribing to my channel down below. Thank you and see you on the next video. Bye.